Today we're going to be playing some more Diablo Immortal. Before we do literally anything, we're going to go ahead and check the events because that is going to determine what we are doing today. So this is the same as the last time we made a video. The Survivor's Bane is back, which I think... Oh, wait, isn't this like the roguelike mode, if I remember correctly? I might be wrong about that. I might be thinking of a different thing, but if that's what I'm thinking of, then we might try that again. Alley of Blood is this. Wait, 4v4? No. I'm sorry, I just don't do PvP in Diablo. No thank you. It's the same thing as when I play Destiny. Like, I never play Crucible. When it comes to games like this, where it's like either looter shooters or action RPGs where there's a lot of loot involved, it's PvP all the way for me. I could not be bothered with PvP. All clans on deck. I'm not in a clan, nor will I ever be in one, so that's irrelevant to me. And Overflowing Arsenal, this was here the last time we were here. We do have some login rewards to claim, so we'll go ahead and get that, which boosts us all the way up to here, so we can choose some legendary gear right off the rip. Skeletal Mage damage is increased by 5% every time you defeat an enemy. I already have this piece of gear technically, but I'm gonna go ahead and claim it anyway, just so then I can get a more powerful version of it. Well, right off the rip, we're gonna go ahead and dive into Survivor's Bane, because if this is the one that I'm thinking of, then this was that really cool roguelike mode from before, but again, I don't know if that's the one that I'm thinking of. I know I've played Survivor's Bane, I'm just forgetting what it is exactly. Login bonuses, we have the accelerated leveling still, so we'll go ahead and claim that all the way up to Paragon level 54, 54 times the dopamine. Man, I completely forgot about doing all this stuff, like the challenge rifts and the Heliquary raids and bosses and stuff. We'll definitely have to start doing that stuff again, because that was actually a lot of fun when I did it before. Can't forget to claim our free daily stuff here in the shop. Got some over here in the services. Prodigy's Path 2, there we go. Mystery Set Amulet. I also got some other mystery legendary stuff that we'll have to get identified, but we'll do that at the end of the episode after we go ahead and play around with the events and unlock other stuff. Anyways, off to the Survivor's Bane we go. Oh no, I'm sorry, the Fractured Plane is the roguelike mode. That's the one I was thinking of. I remember, yeah, that one was actually a lot of fun. It was basically just like Vampire Survivors in a way, but a little bit different, but inside of Diablo Immortal. Like, it was really fun, and I'm glad that that's not actually an LTM. And looking into it more, I realized that was actually part of the game for like way before I even discovered it. So I apologize in that mode, or in that video, for thinking that it was potentially something new or an LTM, when I guess it's just something that's been a part of the game and will be a part of the game indefinitely. But anyway, Survivor's Bane, yeah, I forget what this mode is exactly. The denizens of hell flood out like burning pitch across this sea of sand. See, the thing is, no, okay, so I do remember playing this, because I remember we already did the desert one and the natural cemetery, and I remember I even unlocked the endless mode, and we had played it on video. So I'm assuming now that it's a new season, or I guess maybe there's like a new rotation of something, now they're making us start from scratch. Oh, wait a minute. No, wait. No, I was correct before, was I not? Hold on. Wait, maybe this is the mode that I was thinking of, where it's sort of like the roguelike mode. No, okay, see, I just keep talking in circles at this point, because this was actually the roguelike mode that I was thinking of. Why do I talk? I mean, at this point, every time that I open my mouth, I'm either just saying things that contradict things I've said before, or I'm just completely incorrect. Wait, so now I want to know, what is the Fractured Plane? Because we played the Fractured Plane before, and I could have swore the Fractured Plane was the one that was the roguelike mode. I'm so confused. Anyways, if I remember correctly, my strategy here was to obtain as many summons as possible. You know what? This is actually really buggy. Is there a way to okay, there is a way to pause this. We are going to go to my YouTube channel, and we are going to look at my Diablo Immortal Fractured Plane video and my other Survivor's Bane video, just to see, like, which mode was which. Okay, so we have the Survivor's Bane video here. Oh my god. Why am I getting ads on my own video? Okay, so I made this video called I Tried Survivor's Bane in Diablo Immortal, and it's addicting, and yeah, it's the mode that we're playing now, but then there's the Fractured Plane roguelike mode, and it wasn't this very similar to the one that I was just playing? Oh, never mind. Now I remember which one. Yeah, this is the one where it's like, it's basically like normal Diablo Immortal gameplay, except you like get new gears, you go, and it's sort of like Diablo Immortal if it were a roguelike. Okay, so yeah, they're both kind of like roguelites or roguelikes in their own way, but this one was actually more so in the style of Diablo Immortal gameplay, whereas the Survivor's Bane one is like the Vampire Survivors type thing that we're playing right now. Okay, I'm sorry for all the unnecessary confusion. These things get mixed up. There's so many events in the game, even I get things mixed up from time to time. Right off the rip, we're definitely gonna start racking up the summons, because I remember before, like, the best strategy, at least that I found personally, was to get as many of the summons in as you can, and to only have, like, you can have like a couple offensive abilities of your own, but you want to have at least 3 or 4 summons in. Arcane Condemn, build up a massive explosion dealing damage to all nearby. And I mean, sure, I only have 1 summon in at the moment, so I'll just have to make sure that the rest of the abilities that I get are summons, but otherwise, I mean, yeah, sure, I'll try this ability out. I guess I'll just keep buffing up the abilities that I have for now, since I'm just waiting to get other stuff. So we'll just keep making the spinning shields even more powerful, send out even more shields. Okay, so here's the Arcane ability going off, and Okay, you know what? That's actually kind of underwhelming, if I'm going to be honest. It didn't even really take out any of the enemies. Like, it definitely did some damage, but I'm hoping that maybe we can upgrade that at some point. If anything, to make up for it, I might actually end up just getting one more summon and then getting another offensive ability that I can actually use. Since, again, that ability... It's alright, but it doesn't really seem to be doing as much damage as I would have hoped that it would have. Bonus reward, earn 200 kills. See, yeah, that's my main thing because I forget if I said this already or not, but there's multiple ways to earn rewards in this event, and one of those is to just, you know, play a bunch of different matches, but obviously, you know, we don't got enough time in this recording session to sit here and grind out like 10 matches back to back to back in order to get some of those rewards. However, you can get rewards for just reaching certain waves, beating certain maps, and defeating a certain amount of enemies. So that's the one that we're going for at the moment, is just defeating as many enemies as you can. I mean, as you can see, we're already getting rewards up here as it is too, which is nice. Yeah, this mode is genuinely a lot of fun. It's literally just a game within a game of sorts, because as I said, like multiple times, unleash 5 slashes within 1 second and you cannot be targeted while attacking. Fire 3 arrows at the nearest enemy. Release a bloody explosion in front of you. We're gonna go with the Zephyr Surge, I suppose. Okay, my health is actually getting a little low at the moment, so if we could find a healing glove, that would be nice. Got a Conduit Shrine right here. I'll go ahead and take that. Just beef me up a little bit more as we get over to this healing pool. But yeah, as I was trying to say before, like, this is basically just a game within a game. And that's one of the things that I genuinely love about Diablo Immortal, is just how crazy and outlandish they're willing to get with some of the different side modes and events and stuff like that they put into the game. Like, we had that awesome World of Warcraft crossover a bit ago. We have modes like this in the game that are kind of like Diablo Immortal, but are kind of like a spin enough on the genre and formula to where it feels entirely new. Unleash Wind Blades at the nearest enemy. Channel a flurry of polearm attacks. Launch a missile of magic energy. We'll go ahead and do that. Y'all know how I am about my magic and my wizard stuff. As I said at the beginning of this series, it's one of those things where normally when I play not even just Diablo games, but just action RPGs in general, I usually start out with the wizard just because I love that wizard fantasy of like shooting out different spells and setting out like ice storms and lightning storms and having all these different dot effects and abilities and, you know, different things firing off all at once. But, you know, it's one of those things where I was like, hey, it's Diablo Immortal. I've been waiting a couple years to play this game, and it's clearly going for something a bit different from typical Diablo games. So I was like, hey, why don't I also switch it up and just do something different from what I'd usually do in Diablo games and play as a Necromancer, because it's somewhat close to the magic stuff that I know and love and I'm comfortable with, but it's just different enough to where you're relying a lot more on summons and other things like that to make you just a bit more powerful. Because if I'm going to be completely honest, when it comes to my main build in this game, while yes, I'd still be doing a decent amount of damage on my own, my build solely does rely on my summons, and I'm not ashamed to admit that. There it is. There's the victory. Shasar C in less than 6 minutes. It seems like we got a bunch of legendary gear and stuff like that, which is amazing. We'll also have to check the thing real quick just to see if we actually completed any of the tasks for the event. So we did. Okay, defeat 200 enemies, defeat 1 boss. Nice. There we go. Paragon level 55. It said that we also ranked something else up. I believe it said that we leveled the battle pass up. If we complete all of these, we do get a mystery set item, so I might do that. Got to complete 5 games of Survivor's Bane to get that one. That's what I was talking about. Complete 10 games, 15 games. Defeat 400 enemies. I might actually do that because that does seem... You know, I mean, we're literally right there. We just need to defeat 5 more. This one got to defeat 600 enemies. Defeat 10 elite monsters. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go into the next one. If we reach level 20 in this next one, we could also get a mystery legendary set item, which would be really nice. Surprisingly, even though I clearly just got like almost 400 kills in that one, I didn't get my first kill of the day, so that's interesting. I guess we'll just have to do that then. There we go. Keep leveling up the battle pass. Get those done, and that should get us to battle pass level 3 and Paragon level 56. Lovely. Services. There we go. Prodigy's Path up to 56. We've gotten a lot of set gear in this video, so we'll definitely have to visit the identifier before we wrap things up. And there we go. Go ahead and unlock that. Just give us a boost to overall stats. We're just going to go ahead and dive into the next one, though. So yeah, next will be Ashwood Cemetery. Then there is the Endless mode, but we'll revisit that at some point to finish up the event, because the event does go for a couple of days yet, but at the very least I want to do this one. And here we are, the Ashwold Cemetery. Last time we only got 1 summon in, but the Shasar C one is rather short. I mean, I only got up to like, what, level 14, level 15 by the time it was all said and done, so... yeah, for this one, we'll just keep going with Bone Spear. Got a treasure chest over here, reinforced scrap metals. You know, I would have preferred a legendary item out of that chest, but that's cool. But anyway, we got our Hydras in right off the rip, which is one of the best summons I found personally anyway in this mode, so I'm happy to get that. Ray of Frost, channel a beam of frost in a direction. Yeah, I remember this one being pretty good before, so we'll rock out with that. Command Skeletons, get that in right off the rip. This is what I'm talking about, baby. Get in as many summons as you can. Take out all the enemies. We'll go ahead and upgrade the Ray of Frost The Ray of Frost is one of those things where, yeah, sure, it can be good for, like, groups of enemies and stuff like that, but mainly, it's really helpful for, like, bosses. Either that or just the elite enemies in general, because you get them in, you just kind of, like, stay in one spot and let the beam do the work. Already up to 100 kills. Love to see it. Go ahead and upgrade our command skeletons. We're just going to keep trying to fly through the levels if we can help it, because one of our objectives is to reach level 20 in order to get one of the rewards for the event, so I'm gonna try to do that. Level 10, become a whirlwind of steel, project lines of piercing force to damage, we'll just keep going with Bone Spear for now. I do want to get in a third summon if possible. Look at these Hydras already going to work. See, that's the thing with the summons. It's not about doing a bunch of damage to one enemy at a time just through, like, sheer force. It's all about doing gradual damage to every enemy in the vicinity. That's why I love these summons so much. We'll beef up. Actually, no, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and rock out with Magic Missile. That one did seem to do pretty good in the last run. And now look at it. Not only do we have some summons in, but our abilities are also going, and now the screen is starting to fill up with some damage numbers at all corners. You love to see it. I will say my health is getting a little spotty because I've been playing a little clumsily, so I gotta watch out here. We're gonna go ahead and look for a healing pool. A boss did just spawn in, but I'm not particularly worried about it just because, again, I am trying to find a healing spot real quick. There we go. There's actually multiple healing pools over here, so we're gonna hang out over here if we can help. Well, no, never mind. The boss is up over here, so we're gonna hit up the Conduit Shrine, run back over this way, and then I'll just have to remember that we have to run, like, southwest if I want to get back over to that healing pool, but this boss is actually pretty weak in terms of overall HP, so this should be pretty easy if I can get my Ray of Frost back in. Just try to, yeah, there we go, angle myself correctly. That's the main thing with this, is you gotta kind of get out of the vicinity of that attack. But, yeah, you definitely have to kind of aim yourself in the right direction when you're trying to use that beam. Create an area for 6 seconds inside it. Movement speed increases by 30% and heal 5% of maximum life every second. Yeah, I'll definitely take that. So if I just stand inside it... Oh, wow, yeah, that's actually really useful. We'll go ahead and hit up this healing pool real quick. And then it says that there's, like, an elite enemy of some kind down here. So I guess we could try to hit this guy real quick. Yeah, just try to get myself aimed in the right direction to do as much damage to him as possible. There we go. We got that arcane ability popping off. This one is so good, man. It's actually kind of overpowered, but in the best way possible because it helps me. I don't see anything wrong with being slightly overpowered in a PvE type of game or game mode. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things where, hey, it's PvE. You're meant to feel overpowered. I mean, at least when it comes to action RPGs. We're up to level 17. Hopefully this doesn't end before we can hit level 20 because that's my main goal right now, just so we can complete the one task for that event and hopefully get one of the next rewards in there. Select equipment. Damage increased by 15%. Melee range increased 20%. Damage increased by 15 for every active summon. Damage is increased by 6%. Now, for every active summon, does that include individual entities? So, for example, I have like 8 Hydras and like 12 skeletons. So, does that count for those? Or do each of those only count as ones? I'm just gonna go with the Scythe just in case. Actually, now that I think of it, that was a pretty stupid move on my end because even if each one only counted as one, that still means I would have been at like 27% extra damage, whereas with this I'm only 15 extra, so that was actually a mistake on my end. Oh well. This way we actually have 20% increased melee range, which could be good. We also have another piece of equipment here. Cooldowns reduced by 15%. Tempest skills deal lightning damage. Gain a shield every time you kill a monster using a melee attack. We'll go ahead and get that one instead. We have officially reached level 20, which means that we did complete the one task, and we just hit a Disintegration Shrine. You'll love to see it. We're officially at 650 kills, so we definitely completed some of the other tasks we were trying to get done as well. We'll go ahead and beef up the Hydras just a bit more, and now we can just sort of stay in our little arcane circle. A boss has appeared. I don't know if this is actually the final boss for this area, but regardless, we'll give it our all. The summons are all going to work. We already got her down about halfway, and there's no signs of stopping anytime soon. We'll go ahead and use the Ray Frost. No, I died. Okay, that sucks. I was so focused on getting her health down that I forgot to pay attention to my health, and if I would have paid attention, I'd have realized that, yeah, I was almost dead. And the sad part is I saw a healing globe just outside of the screen, so I could have avoided that, but we completed some of our tasks regardless. So we'll go ahead and redeem that stuff, and then, you know, next time we do this, whether it's on video or whether I end up doing it in my free time, I'll complete that and knock out, you know, I'll run through the endless mode as well, just complete as many of these tasks as possible, just so we can get our rewards and gear and all that, because y'all know, I'm always chasing the events, I'm always trying to get the loot, always trying to get the gear, just trying to get us as powerful as possible. So if we come over here to Survivor's Bane, yeah, defeat 400 enemies, defeat 600 enemies, okay, defeat 10 elite monsters, reach level 20, defeat 2 bosses, nice. Okay, so we did complete a lot of that stuff, and we just hit Paragon level 50 see 8. We also just leveled our battle pass all the way up to level 5, so we'll go ahead and come in here and redeem some of this stuff. Come into the services, let's see, yeah, we got one right there, so we got another mystery thing to go for, and even more mystery set gear in here to claim. We already got all of that. We got another reward here for playing the Survivor's Bane, including some legendary gear, so we leveled up again, and we leveled up our battle pass again, so we can go ahead and claim that stuff. Come over here to the event tab once more. There's something over... Okay, no, yeah, there's all this stuff down here. So we got Aspirant's Key, some gems, another mystery legendary item, a legendary gem. Now, with all that being said, let's make our way to the identifier. Identifier, please identify all my stuff. Okay, so we had 7 items that were just identified. Let's see if any of this is actually any good for us. So first things first, the shield. I don't even need to tell you that. Like, that is much better, not to mention the fact that it's literally the same thing as what we have on right now, so that is perfect. Okay, is there, Grim Scythe now siphons the souls of enemies, increasing your primary attack speed by 5% per hit. And then what does this one do? Wraith form now? Okay, no, yeah, we're definitely going to inherit the, I cannot inherit the S. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna need to do that then. As for the shoulder pads, we'll go ahead and replace that, because that's literally the exact same thing. As for this, it's more powerful, so I'll just go ahead and switch that over. As for the ring, that is much more powerful as well. Go ahead and switch that. And the amulet, the score is higher, but the combat rating is lower, so we're not even going to mess with that. That being said, we're going to go ahead and extract the essence of the Wraith Stitch Trues. I also realized that somehow in the last episode, I accidentally switched my cosmetic from this one that I earned for doing the Shadow of the Frozen Throne World of Warcraft event, which is the one that I wanted to rock. Somehow I accidentally switched it over to this one, the Unholy Passenger's Vermilion weapon, which, don't get me wrong, it looks really cool. You know, black and red are my favorite colors, and it just looks sick with our gear in general. I love it, but I do want to keep rocking this one for a bit. We'll probably switch over to the Vermilion one at some point, just because it really does match with our gear, and it looks great and all, but, like, man, I don't know, man. The Frostborn weapon cosmetic, like this, I don't know, the way that it glows, the icy blue, it just looks so clean. I don't know, the aesthetic is really nice, so even if it doesn't line up as well as the Vermilion one does, I just want to rock it at least for a little bit, since I did put the work in intentionally to earn it. So for the moment, what I'm going to do is we're going to go back into the inventory, and then we're going to swap out, yeah, put on the Proximal Fear, but then what I'm going to do is we're going to talk to the Essence Transfer chick, and we're going to extract the essence of, yes, these right here. So we'll go ahead and do that. Extract the essence. Yes, thank you. And then we'll go back over to the Proximal Fear Panto we have on right now. And then we'll, where is it? Right here. Yeah, the Wraith Stitch Trues. Yeah, because this ability, out of all of them, this does seem like it would be the best one. So we'll go ahead and put that on. Inherit the essence. And now we have more powerful pants than what we had before, except now they're technically still the same pants since we transferred over the essence. So you'll love to see it. And, yeah, at the moment, we're all good. Next time we play, I'm probably going to start out by doing some challenge rifts and elder rifts, since it's been a while since we've done that, and I saw for the one event that completing those actually helps us progress through it, so we'll dive into that. And obviously at the end of every rift, there's like a blacksmith you can talk to, so we'll do that, and then that's when I'll get rid of that loot at that point, since we'll collect even more, you know, like junk common loot during that, I'm sure. So anyways, yeah, that's kind of what we're just going to call it for today. You guys know me, I don't like to do a whole lot off camera, but this is one of those times where I think I will go off camera and do some more of this Survivor's Bane event in order to just kind of, you know, like level up the event a bit more, get some of the loot, get some of the rewards and stuff like that. But since you guys already kind of saw the main gameplay loop on video, I'm cool with now just kind of going off and doing it on my own time rather than making you guys sit here and watch the entire thing. One last thing, we did get some more Paragon points, so we'll level that up just to make us a little bit more powerful, and yeah, we're looking pretty good right now. Paragon level 60. That awkward moment when your camera runs out of storage mid-recording. But anyway, as always, mass shout out, thank you to all the patrons and channel members, thank you to all the low ball tier, and shout out, thank you to all the big ball tier, my last game, dad, man, the shit that's on D tier, run, mention, let's just go, thank you guys so much, you guys are literal legends, I love you. Thank you guys for watching, an amazing day, stay beautiful, I love you all, peace.